Thuja Occidentalis has a very well-known delusion rubric, and the rubric is that the limbs, especially the legs, are made up of glass. Delusion, glass made of limbs. This is the rubric. And in this rubric, especially in the limbs, only one remedy, and that is Thuja. But the patient will never say literally that, doctor, I feel that my limbs are made up of glass. No. This is not how we use delusion rubrics. Very, very rarely you will come across a patient where the patient will say that, doctor, my limbs are made up of glass. No. You have to understand that the patient will not give you the word glass, but the patient will give you the qualities of the glass. And what are those qualities of the glass? The glass has the quality that it's brittle, it's fragile, it's need to be handled with caution. And these are the feelings that will come out in the patient's expression. The feeling of vulnerability, the feeling of fragility, the feeling of being brittle, the feeling of being cautious because the patient feels he or she is brittle or vulnerable or fragile in a certain way. And what way it could be. The patient might say, oh doctor, I never eat anything from outside, because the moment I eat anything from outside, anything that is not cooked at my home, I get one disease or another, my stomach gets upset. Now what is the patient telling you here? The patient is saying that the patient, his system is fragile. It breaks down as soon as he or she eats something from the outside. The patient might also say, I don't play sports. I have never been involved in any physical activity, because the moment I do any physical activity, I tend to injure one part or another in my body. Again, what is the feeling here? That he's fragile. Another patient could be saying, oh doctor, look at these children these days. They roam around on their mobiles, super bikes, and they don't even care to wear helmets. I never ever go out of my home. Even if I have to go just across the lane, I always assure that I wear a helmet. Because I feel the head can break at any point of time. You get into slightest injury and a lot can happen to you, and that is why I have to always wear a helmet. So again, what is the feeling? That the head is vulnerable and he has to be cautious, he has to protect that. Now there are numerous ways that the patient can bring out the feeling of vulnerability or brittleness or being fragile, the need for caution. And whenever we come across such statements, we take the rubric, delusion, limbs are made up of, legs are made up of glass. So this is how we use delusion rubrics in our day-to-day practice. They are not used in their literal sense in most cases. But day-to-day language of patient, there are thousands of delusion rubrics. And delusions are nothing but false beliefs, very strong false beliefs which cannot be reasoned out of. So everybody has delusions, not just psychiatric patients. Everybody has some strong beliefs which are very difficult to reason with. I'm coming up with a course on understanding delusion rubrics in homeopathy and how to use those delusion rubrics in your clinical practice. How to convert patients' language into delusion rubrics, how to differentiate between the remedies that are listed in a particular delusion rubric. And what I intend to do through this course is that I don't wish to teach you how to eat fish. I want to teach you how to catch fish. I'll teach you how to actually study those delusion rubrics, how to understand what's written in the remedies, what remedies are there, why they are there, how to differentiate between those remedies, how to understand the patient's language in terms of delusions. And there will be lots of clinical cases from my own practice, both psychiatric cases and somatic cases. If you want to master the art of using delusion rubrics in your practice, register for the course. The link is given in the captions and the comments. So I look forward to seeing you there.